Let's see. Let's give this a shot. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We got a lively crew today. Welcome to Sketch Fighters. Can you guys hear us?
Hey, what's up,
Chat?
everybody?
YouTube. Thank you, Yojimbo. Yes. Okay, so you can hear me. Let's do a sound check. Check 1, check 2. Jerry, Sean, Courtney.
What's up, everybody?
Hey guys.
Shall we begin?
We had Fletch on, but he cut out. So, Fletch, how many of you think Fletch is like on Cricket Mobile or something? he's using like one of those like super cheap cellular systems. Because
That's not an
constantly, huh?
It's not an iPhone, I don't think.
I mean, you can have iPhone, but it's just
Usually it's better if you're connecting through the internet, though. Like, why is it like that? Is he phoning into Twitch? Because I didn't think you could do that. So isn't he going on the app? So it has to do with like the internet connection, right?
Oh, hey, Bernard. Someone redeemed. You got a fart.
Somebody actually have those active. It'll come later. By the way, I have a super secret to reveal today.
Ooh.
This is something I've never done in my entire life before, and I did it today.
You read a book?
You lost your virginity?
It is more personal than that. So I want to get everybody in chat. This is for everybody that showed up early. They get the reveal of this. First in my entire life, I've never done this before.
He did anal.
Yeah.
No, that's old news, Courtney. Come on. You know when you're driving down the street and you stop at a red light and you see like a guy on the street corner?
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I'm getting at?
You got a male prostitute?
You got robbed?
Come on. Now automatically already less than 5 minutes in, I can't put this under the kids category. It has to go into the adult category, Sean. Thank you.
Start again.
We just lost money. Not that we're making any money anyways, but I bought oranges.
Oh.
You bought oranges from someone on the street?
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
Some guy was selling, but
those look like lemons.
Look at how big these oranges are. They're huge.
Hey, look,
it's a grapefruit.
That's Southern California. That's pretty normal.
They're literally the size of a grapefruit almost. And I was like, oh, because I was going to Costco anyways. And, you get some fruit for the week. And I saw these, like, this bag of, like, oranges. And I'm like, man, those are huge. They're like grapefruit, but they're oranges. So I rolled down the window. And then I was like, hola, cuánto costo?
And was she snickering?
He was like, no, it was a guy. It was like, yes, $10. So $10 for a whole bag.
$10?
Probably like a dozen of these.
You were on your way to Costco and you spent $10 from the druggie on the street?
Hey, look, shop local. Why are you guys?
Is there?
It's Southern California. This is normal.
So chat. Is there anything I should watch out for? Like, is it safe to eat this?
No,
it's safe.
They're full of fentanyl.
Right. They're not going to waste money on drugs. That's like when people are afraid about like putting drugs in like kids. Halloween candy. It's like nobody's gonna waste their drugs on Halloween.
I will
candy.
say it
does be a razor blade inside.
I will say it does smell a little like sweat because the guy was carrying it on his back for a while.
That's umami.
They look kind of funky though.
They look weird, right? Look at this. I mean,
no, because they're rejects. They buy them cheap because they're rejected. They're not like they're imperfect. So, and then they just sell them, on the street. But they're still fine. They're just
it's better than throwing them out.
By the farm.
You got what's called a juicing orange.
Oh. I mean, look at this. This thing's huge. It looks a little dry, though.
Yeah, it does look dry. But it's not the season. Oranges come in February.
He
Oh,
pulled us
Oh.
off a tree around the corner.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
I had an old high school friend who went to the orchards here in Southern California and tried to steal oranges and got arrested and went to jail. Like,
Jeez,
you're
for stealing
so
fruit.
ghetto.
It's
Yeah.
God's own food. So why do you go to jail for that?
Does
Because it was
Yojimbo say this is safe? Like, should I watch out for bugs?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
bugs.
he's
What
eating it.
bugs?
He's eating.
Where do you think fruit comes from? It's like it comes from a tree, it lands on the ground, it's dirty. Like what? Where do you? It's fruit, vegetables.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's not super juicy. It's a little dry, but
Not the
That
season.
never stopped you before, Bernard.
that's true.
Oh,
It
demonetized.
being a little dry has never stopped me. Let's go to work.
Can I ask Sean? Oh shit!
Oh,
What is that?
Sorry.
God, the 2000s are calling.
Is that a home phone?
So unprofessional. What do you gotta do, Jerry?
Nothing. I'm good. I wanted to ask Sean about his Kickstarter.
Oh,
Yeah, Sean. What?
I think we're probably close to 25 grand right now, which is
How
maybe
much
like
longer
250%.
is there for people to
I think there's
contribute?
15 days, but as far as you know, it ends tomorrow. So everyone's got to. And then, yeah, like, a lot of people, I looked at the initial list of, I don't get to see it, but Carl sent me a snapshot of the people who did contribute. So a lot of it came from the stream. So many thanks. I see.
Oh shit! You can see how much we bought.
Yeah, it's like, well, yeah, if I go looking for it, but yeah, but yeah,
Then
all of you, thank you very
put
much.
more
I really
than the
appreciate
$5 in there.
Don't let them eat.
You can give as little as $2. So
Well, here we're sitting at $24,959.
Oh
yeah,
wow! Dr. Midnight just backed your Kickstarter and bought one of my books from your website.
wow, yeah. I've been seeing Dr. Midnight everywhere. Like, I'm on a press junket, right? So every time there's one of those streams where there's a chat, I see him there under various names. I think I know all of his names.
How'd you find out it's him?
Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe it's not
Dr.
all the same. Yeah.
Midnight Doctor.
All right. Well,
But Sean, are you going to add some more rewards?
yeah.
I am now. Yeah, actually, yeah. I think you brought up one that's very good. It's like I can kind of give my services as a person who is a working artist. I can do portfolio reviews, or even teach like a little, master class on drawing and writing or making comics. I will put all those up.
So you are going to go to people's houses and draw them at their own homes?
Yeah,
that's a total normal thing on Kickstarter. I think you should totally.
You gonna do any plumbing work?
I'm gonna do it in like a Titanic style. I'm gonna go there with a pencil, and you gotta lay down in that chaise lounge.
Like a
draw
French girl.
Sean, you draw excellent gorillas and like apes, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
It's kind of super impressive, to be honest.
They're very popular in comics. I think it's really weird. Sometimes it's like that robot one, and sometimes very cartoony. They're actually the same thing. Like underneath that cartoony one is the robot. So it's the animatronic, and it's kind of, you have to draw both. I mean, the cartoony stuff, which Bernard does very well, and then the robotic one, which is like drawing Iron Man. But this kind of pushes you to every bit of artistic ability out of you.
Do these mechanical robots, those are some big nipples? Are those nipples or are those the breasts?
Those are headlights, baby.
Well, I've never seen. Most guys have never seen nipples, so I'm a comic book artist. I don't see that stuff.
But are the robots like silicone or they're like metal?
I don't really. I mean, the way they're colored, it's sort of like those Boston Robotics. I think these days robots are more plastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you were on Dave Finch's stream, I
I
see.
was,
Yeah.
Sean.
Somebody was
Two
drawing.
timing, backstabbing.
He was
but
drawing too.
when you go on that stream, you don't have a choice, but you have to draw. And my publicist made me do it because of the number of followers, and I had to
You
kind
mean
of.
Travis, your son, your publicist?
Yeah. So that was nerve-wracking as hell. Oh, K-pop junkies here. By the way, Bernard is going to be on K-pop's show on Friday, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Hey, quick question, Sean. This robot, this red dude,
Yeah.
RS. How come he's like a different color on this one with the Daniel Wu? Was that the same one or?
Well, they're like mass-produced, so like cars. So sometimes they're camo and sometimes they're blue.
Okay.
Damn, Bernard, you gotta call everything out like that?
Yeah, I was just wondering.
Did you color it incorrectly?
But Sean was drawing on the stream. So, what do you guys think? Should we make Sean draw on our stream?
Yes.
Yeah.
Naked
He has no
robots.
choice. He's forced.
I mean,
Yeah. So when I was getting ready for his show, you have to show up like half an hour ahead of time for all that equipment check and everything. And then he starts the show, and then he puts you, because of the opening sequence, he puts you in the green room, and then he brings you on when that opening sequence is over, which is the perfect time for me to go in the bathroom and throw up. And then I came back and steadied my hand and then wiped off all the sweat, and then I drew Wolverine right next to the master himself. And he was, I did not watch
one of
it.
the first
Was he giggling?
highlighters, and he always tells me how much
holding
he
hands?
loves Evermind the book. So
That's great. Yeah, it's a
here's
valuable thing
here's
to
a
have
snippet
somebody that
from
you trust that
Sean's
can
stream.
read through your work and give
With
you
Dave Finch.
What 10-year-old boy did you get to
constructive
draw that
feedback
one in the middle?
and understand what.
No, I'm kidding.
We have a super chat from Eli for $5. He says, "As somebody who wants to be a writer,
They
artist, there's
erased
so much content out there to,
my comment when I was
teach
watching
both,
too.
including the
Yes.
wonderful David
I'm
Finch,
mad.
terrific teacher. Thank you
Oh, wow.
very
They
much."
said Sugar Sean, and
Really
they
appreciate
deleted
that.
it.
for
Why?
sure,
Really?
the
Apparently,
place
they
that I see
thought
that
Sugar Sean was bad.
Very
Why?
Too bad
influential.
you
and
didn't
Everybody's
want
trying to go
Well,
for
the thing
more
is,
of a
one of the
movie
reasons why
kind of
his channel is very
unfortunately, that
popular
didn't
is
last
because
so long.
he
You know,
makes it
and
for
that was
all
the great
ages.
stuff. And
So he tells me beforehand, no
I
swearing
actually
and no
wasn't until
no
high
like
school
sexual
when I
innuendo.
saw.
What's
I
so
kind
bad
of knew
about
comics,
Sugar
and
Sean?
what turned me off about it?
I don't know.
I was
I don't
even
more
put
of a
like the
classical
dollar
train artist.
bills.
Yeah, dollar bill.
To see the way
Yeah.
that Kirby or Buscema draws. But
is
isn't
kinda
that
weird
live? So
because
how
they
how
don't
does
really
he
look
ever
like
get a
people.
chance
They
to
look kinda
take it
like,
out, stylized and
He must have a moderator. He has a
simplified almost?
Yojimbo.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the
didn't really
moderator is
appreciate it,
drawing
and
on the
then
right
when I
side there.
saw,
Oh, well,
went
I
to
think the
mall
moderator's
and
reading
then,
it.
you know, the
Oh, that's the
moderator
10-year-old
is,
boy.
you have a bookstore, and up on the right-hand side of the magazine rack, they'll
So
have
it's
that,
it's
the
that guy
magazines
Russ
that have
Hicks.
that
Is that the
plastic
guy?
black
Eric
cover
Grove.
on there. They
Eric
lift
Grove?
up as
Oh,
there's
who's
like
Russ
a
Hicks?
penthouse there. I guess
Okay.
maybe he's the guy
Before you
who's
said that, I was like,
monitoring the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think there's another guy.
Right next to that,
There's
the
probably
heavy
a
metal
few
magazine.
people.
I saw my first heavy metal magazine,
And then his
that blew
wife,
my
too.
mind 'cause, the art in
Yeah, so
there
maybe
looked
it's his
more
wife.
naturalistic and more
She
like people.
probably, I mean, she doesn't do that
And
stuff. But it was probably
probably the
the.
coloring
I
was done
call
by
Sean
watercolor
Sugar
painting,
Sean.
so it wasn't like that full
It's
color
because Bernard
separation.
was like, how much
So it
was
seemed like art to me.
was
And then
saying, ask
I was
Sean how
really
much he
taken by
made
that,
from one of
just
his first
to
comics,
create a
and then I
narrative
put
out of
that, and then they
like
hate
that
me,
type of
so they erased it.
artwork.
Oh,
And
I
then
mean,
so
that's such a good
I
topic
really
du jour
started doing a
because,
lot of stuff like that, but I would
you know,
adapt
you get to
put
like
superheroes in it to make these
flex a
samples.
little bit, Sean.
And
All
yeah,
right?
it kind of didn't
Like
work out
Dave
too well
Finch
because
can't say that.
without that
Oh, yeah,
dynamic,
sure he
it's
can.
kind of hard to
Not for his first one.
get people on board with your stuff.
So yeah, we'll all go on
that time I
K-pop
was getting
show
portfolio together
on Friday, and then we'll
take
I
all the
wasn't
shows. And one
invited.
of the shows
Thanks,
came by Washington
K-pop.
D.C. David
No, there's a
Mazzucchelli
chat
was
like this,
one of
right?
the
So we can.
guests, and I showed it to him. I didn't
Oh,
really know
we'll
who he
crash
was,
it.
but
Yeah.
he thought that
Well, ask him.
the
Yeah, you're gonna.
We all
art and the
deleted.
storytelling was pretty good.
Sean, you're gonna go on
Although
Jim Lee's
it didn't
Twitch
really
stream.
look like
Get Jim to start
American superhero stuff.
streaming
And
on Twitch
it was
again. Yeah. When has he ever had a guest? Oh, you can go on Chad
Oh.
Harden's stream.
We've lost Sean.
Oh, maybe.
We
yeah.
have Ariel
I'm not
already
gonna draw
here.
again, though.
It's great to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Oh, by
It's
the way, I also
incredible.
got a booster shot today.
We also lost Sean. Hopefully,
Oh,
he'll
that's-
COVID
be
booster
back
shot.
soon. I don't know
Oh, the
if it's going to
COVID
take him
one.
a minute to figure out, Eric.
That's
if
just in
maybe
time,
one-
so it'll reach peak
Yeah, I'll reach out to
efficiency
him
in,
real quick.
in like a couple of weeks.
Maybe you got a phone call.
Well,
See.
yeah, but next week is
So I think
New York
that
Comic Con.
cuts the
So,
camera.
No sleeping on
Dr. Midnight.
floors.
Introducing the anti-fatigue comfort mat
So I
connect
hope
from
I'm not gonna
WeatherTech.
like
It can
zonk
be
out. What
lengthened
is
and
this?
configured to the space you need.
Sound like
Snap
a
together
commercial?
end, middle, and
Oh,
corner
that's when
pieces to enjoy
that's
cushiony
when
support
Sean
everywhere.
dropped out
See all
because
the
he
different
got
colors and
yeah.
Got a
finishes
phone
at
call. Freaking
WeatherTech.com.
Buddy
Oh,
Scolaire
yeah.
called me.
Oh, okay.
Oh
All right.
no!
So,
Oh shoot! Wait. Fitch's stream is not on mute
Well, you know
at
what
the
this means,
moment,
Eric.
so we hear it on
What does it
mute,
mean?
but
It
the
means we
chat
keep drawing,
hears
so
it
now
on
we're gonna
full
be ahead.
Yeah.
volume.
here's what. Oh, they hear
Yeah,
Finch's stream?
they hear
Oh,
Fitch's stream. Yeah.
oh, wow. I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah.
So don't
That's
be playing no
cool.
porn, Bernard.
Oh,
Oh,
you
because
have it
like
on the
before,
background.
like in the past, we can never hear the. Whenever I'm
Wow.
like showing the thing, you can never hear it, but now you can hear it.
Yeah,
Wow.
you're gonna get a copyright strike.
Hubba, hubba.
Oh, David Finch is gonna come after you.
So, what kind of goodies did they have in the green room, Sean?
Virtual green room. It's whatever's around me.
Oh yeah,
he
they're
give you-
giving breakfast to Artist Alley guys this year at Comic Con.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah,
no
yeah, I
way.
got an email. I can't remember where or when, but I just remember seeing emails saying they were going to give us breakfast.
So we
I
can
wouldn't
order.
count on it.
We can order. Or it's like a smorgasbord,
Order. Come on. I like some
I like
like a
muffins.
buffet.
I'd like the steak and eggs,
and
please,
some kippers and scones with
with the truffled eggs with the peppered steak.
It can't be that
Let me
good.
see.
oh my
All
you're
right. So
going to town on that orange.
it's not
My
bad.
body's freaking out. It's like fiber. Holy cow. What is this?
I might have to. Well, somebody wanted me to fart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Someone redeemed that. I'm pretty sure that was the second time it was redeemed without hearing one fart yet.
All right. Well,
You have to wait.
I'll double up later.
By
Hey,
the
Sean.
way, Sean had no problem drawing and talking at the same time, so
Yeah. Mhm.
he says that that's a problem for him, but it was not. Liar.
You seem to do okay drawing and talking at the same time.
Yeah.
I think
I
you
just
even
know
like
my head.
burped.
I did.
Well, this is a little sour now. I don't know. This orange is a little yellow. You're right. It's not very like orangey color.
You should just make a juice out of it. It's probably better.
How
Better
come
for those
this is
larger ones.
Sean? You were okay. Look at that. At the end of the stream, Sean, do you know the analytics? How many people from Dave Finch's stream?
Yeah, quite a few. I mean, I recognize the names. If you watch his stream a lot, there's certain names that come up over and over again. Dr. Midnight's always there. And then it's just the same names you hear. Then I go and check out the Kickstarter and I see a lot of them popped in.
But Dr. Midnight is our stream. Come on.
Well, Dr. Midnight, I just saw him
own
over at Comics Tropes just before this. So
What?
Wait, Dr. Midnight lives in New York?
Feels so weird.
I don't know. Where is Dr. Midnight?
Let's do a chat poll. Who's going to New York next week? New York
Jamie
Comic Con.
Odell is.
Oh, he lives
Who
in
else?
Massachusetts.
Is
Oh,
Jim
someone said
Kimbo going?
happy 25K. Someone from this stream just
Oh, there we go. You just got
Ooh.
25K. Look
yeah,
at
whoever
that.
it is, make yourself known so I can because I will find out who my new best friend is.
Yeah, Sean's got a special gift for whoever pushed it over 25K.
What is it?
We'll figure it out later.
Oh, is that
You got some plumbing?
dry, lumpy orange?
You want a lemon orange?
I believe it
Smells
was
like motor
K-pop.
oil.
Oh, K-pop, that was you. Oh my God.
Oh, so James
Yeah.
Quo will be at New York Comic Con. Jeremy Joe, Jamie
Oh,
Odell.
James
Pretty
Quo.
cool.
All right.
James Quo is
What?
coming from all the way from Taiwan.
He lives in
No,
the
I think
States.
he's in Southern California.
Oh, okay.
Who else? Is your Jimbo going? Did he say he was going or not?
I don't
First time
think so.
chat. Glenn 2K4. Glenn 2K4, are you going to New York Comic Con?
Thanks, Katie, for that. That number has been steady for so long. It was driving me crazy. So just to see it go up, and it just means the world to me.
James Quo is in Rhode Island.
Agnes will be
Agnes.
there. The ladies.
Oh,
Oh,
a lady
Agnes,
will be
okay.
there.
By the
Yeah.
way,
Oh, how's my breath?
Agnes, I think I owe Jamie Odell some art. So I'm gonna bring some of that artwork to New York. So make sure to stop by. Jerry, what's our table? Double D03?
D03 and D04.
That's where the
Okay.
party's at.
Double
And
D's.
actually,
We're at the
Jamie Odell,
double Ds.
Bernard's staying at my place, so it's pretty close to where you live.
Jamie's gonna come over for some drinks.
Yeah, he should. Except I don't have a couch.
That's
You're
all
on your
right.
couch.
I gave my couch away.
Who'd you give your couch away to?
Rat lady.
To David.
Dave
By the
Finch.
way, we have not talked about Rat Lady in almost quite a very long time.
She's going to be at
Yeah,
NYCC.
I haven't
Has there
seen
been
her
an
in a little
update?
while.
Special guest.
Uh-oh.
They love independent artists.
Raquel the Rat Lady. That is a name we have not spoken on the stream in quite a while.
Yeah,
I
she's
wonder
still
how
around.
she's doing.
Did
Is
she
she
succumb to
alive?
COVID?
That's so
I
sad.
mean, that's kind
What
of
if she
dark,
got the
Sean.
bubonic plague for hanging out with rats too much?
That's kind of
Oh.
dark.
That's putting it over the edge.
So
How
I
dare
just
you.
want to tell everyone on the stream too, by the way. I told most of the guys on Instagram, but this week's Battle of the Sketches is going to be my last Battle of the Sketches for quite some time, maybe
Oh, wow.
permanently.
Oh, wow.
I just don't have any time right now.
But didn't your mom say you should do it?
I just don't have much time right now, and not much time for the foreseeable future.
He's gonna be married.
Married.
Were they hearing the Dave Finch stream just then?
Are you still
I-
still hearing it?
I just took it off. I forgot. But
Did we get an uptick in followers and viewers?
No.
All right. Here we go. Let's do a little drawing.
Are you really serious about you gonna do Evermind drawings? You gonna draw that robot gorilla or something?
You're gonna draw too, John.
I draw that all the time.
Yeah, that's why
Maybe
you
we
guys
should do one more Battle of Sketches of Evermind.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah, we
But
could
next
draw,
week
like,
is going to be
during the
tough
week.
because
because of Comic-Con, it's a pain in the ass.
yeah, we're going to be in transit.
Yeah.
I guess we
we
could
might
draw it
do-
at Comic-Con.
Yeah, maybe we can have like a live stream at Comic-Con.
Well, Sean, I recommend come to Artist Alley on Saturday morning. We're going to have the guys from Bing Buzz do a video.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Sean, did you get a spot?
I did not. I was turned down again.
But you reached out to Mike, so he gave that table away already.
Well, I'm sure there's a list. There's a procedure and a waiting list, and I think that waiting list is closed. So he did offer a retailer booth for quite a lot of money, and then Carl said it's not in our budget. So I am walking around, basically aimlessly, in Artist Alley, which is the coolest part of the show, mostly around the D block, which is the coolest part of Artist Alley.
Double D.
Yeah, double D's. And then you can find me there. You can hit me up for commissions or hit me up for portfolio. James Coast, I think it's bringing a portfolio and all that. We'll look at it, everything.
Are you guys gonna do my idea for one of the what do you call it when you cross a threshold?
Watch the threshold? Like,
You know, when you cross a sales threshold, you're gonna unlock a thing. What do you call that?
a
Oh,
stretch
stretch
goal?
goal.
Stretch goal. Yeah. You guys gonna do my idea?
What's that?
To get those little name tags,
Oh,
as if you're working in the underworld.
I brought it up, and they're thinking about it, I guess.
Thinking about it, it's a fucking genius idea.
It's
Look,
not up to
Jerry,
me.
as a stretch goal, to give out like name tags. You know, like at Disneyland, all the cast members wear a name badge, right?
Okay.
Like, you know, one of those like. And they do
That
like
oval thing.
yeah.
It says, "Hello,
Right?
my name is Sean."
Well, it just says your name.
Oh,
But if you did this, then and you know, I mean, maybe to save costs, it's just the names of the characters. But if you really wanted to make it, people can get their own name on one of those tags. I mean, I'd pay like $25 extra for one of those things. How much would that cost? Like
don't
a
know.
couple bucks to make? You know, so
Sean, since Comic Con will basically be running during like the last week of the campaign, I think it'd be pretty cool if you did like one reward where people would pick it up from you at Comic Con. So only exclusively to people going to Comic Con.
Oh, pick up what?
Whatever the reward is, like maybe it's a
Oh.
drawing or something like that.
All right.
You know, just you can have fun with it because Comic Con is a fun event, right? So I always think it's kind of cool if you can make it kind of interactive with with
That's
the
great.
con.
That's a great idea. I mean, you gotta be able to make an experience that you don't get from the regular comic book store.
Yeah,
direct market.
absolutely.
So this look at Jerry's the idea guy here. Look at that. I'm gonna have Carl call you and then resurrect our failing campaign.
It's not failing at all. Whoa, Dr. Midnight. Hubba hubba.
Oh,
Look at that. He's on a gifting spree.
oh snap!
Holy moly. Holy guacamole. Thank you, Dr. Midnight.
20 gift subs. Thank you, Dr. Midnight. How's your back?
Position heal thyself.
Huh? He said it healed it. He healed it.
His back is great. He's back.
Okay, there you go. Was it something that was it what we had discussed? I'm interested.
Yeah, it
Curious.
was you.
Curious.
Oh, stress.
That's what we talked about. There was a book written by Dr. John Sorno, and he hypothesized that a lot of back pain
Fake name.
is a result of stress. It's the
And
modern day ulcer. By the way, these sex bots, that are in Evermind, is there a model, or they just have boobies? Like, because I
They're
noticed the
all
boobies have
basically
2 tiers.
Yes. Just like my
So-
campaign. Yeah, they're all basically mass produced. So what they
Right.
are, they're the
So-
theme park, the Disney theme park has lots of princesses. So these princesses are not played by humans because they have to be some kind of unbelievable youthful proportions forever. So they just made them into androids, and then their mascot, their Mickey Mouse, is sort of like that big gigantic gorilla. So they have a gorilla animatronic as well. So the reason why they look all like sexy and stuff is because they wear costumes up above during the day to entertain the kids. But then when that's over, they work a second shift down below in the subterranean levels of Disney, called Underworld, where it's like Las Vegas. So there are strippers and hostesses, and then
Down
the gorilla
under.
robots. The gorilla
Is it-
robots do BattleBot stuff.
Sean, is there gambling in this underworld?
There is, yes, gambling,
Oh,
rock concerts, and
rock
alcohol.
concerts.
Sean, can I make
course.
one more suggestion before I take off for the Kickstarter and at
Oh,
Comic Con?
sure. Yes, yeah, we got to hear this.
Can you make a QR code for the Kickstarter campaign and print it out so people can just zap your
They
QR
have
code real
that
quick?
already.
Do you
Yeah,
have that?
I'm actually, I don't. I have to get with Carl to know what he's bringing. I think sometimes he only thinks of these things once he lands here, and then we're scrambling on the day before. So that's a good idea, because we don't have a set table or anything. So we need to have something with the QR code
Yeah,
on
just
it. Like,
set up in front of the men's room. And
yes. You know, like whenever you go to the bathroom at a con, they always have like on every stall, there's someone who's trying to
yeah,
promote a
tell
book.
you
and it's
something
really
That's
while you're
sad.
true.
taking a piss.
Yeah.
What are
That's
you,
a
what are you
pretty
talking
good
about?
idea.
You don't have to do it when he's taking a piss. When you gotta hand out when you're handing out the paper towels when they're after they wash their hands, right? You hand out the paper. Have Carl stand there, hand out the paper towel, and hey, scan this QR code.
Yeah, or just collect all the toilet paper and just you hold the last roll, and then they have to actually back the campaign to get a few squares.
Well, that's what they
but
do, like overseas, you know.
I like giving people, if they back the campaign in front of you at Comic Con, I always like having some kind of gift to give them. Because,
An extra squirt of cologne,
no, just something like, some kind of a sticker or something, just because
yeah,
it's kind of
like a
cool.
bowl
You know?
of mints.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, your campaign was crazy successful. I mean, I think we have like the. I think someone talked once about like at a show to do sketches for backing, and then you just have to be prepared for the person to back out later on. So you might be doing it for free.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, you can back
But-
out at any time. Well, yeah,
Really?
until when the campaign closes, then you are not able to back out. But up until then, you can change. Like I can change my back, whatever you call it, my contribution right now to like 1 penny if I wanted to.
Oh,
Oh, so there's an idea for you guys.
So hey, hint, everybody. Back it by $1,000, and right before it ends, switch it to 1 penny.
I mean,
surprise!
But I'll take a snapshot of it at the highest number.
The old bait and switch.
Surprise. Sean, I have a question. It looks like there's a couple different models here.
Well, that's only because I don't draw it consistently every time.
Are you drawing just whatever comes to you at the moment?
No, they're more or less the same. So most of it's just the coloration, and then the varieties, like because they wear costumes down below. So sometimes they change out the hair color and wear different outfits.
Okay.
There is a mystery person in my general chat voice channel.
mystery person.
I'm very. Don't know what that means.
It's kind of scary.
Oh, Bona.
Oh, Bona. Okay,
Bona.
that's Bernard.
That's actually
Okay.
that's Bernard.
Don't give it away, man. That's my mystery screen name. So
Okay,
right now, that's how I make this audio work.
I knew that's you because that's how whenever your mom calls you, doesn't she say Bona?
Yeah, that's my Chinese name.
That's not a joke. That's what she says.
Everything's starting to make sense.
Sean, and the girl has these forehead things. What's going on with the forehead here? Can you go? Can you walk us through the cybernetic? What's this guy doing? Come on.
How does that robot have
Don't eat that.
eyelids?
So,
Are those
it's based
silicone
on-
eyelids? What is that?
They're based on like the Sorayama robots. They seem to be like hard chrome metal everywhere, but they're still female. So I don't know. It's there's a lot of artistic license here.
There you
basically.
have it, folks. What a technical description.
Yes.
Sean, was it late at night when you were thinking about all of these contraptions for the robots, for these sex robots?
Late at night.
Yeah. Or was it like during the day? Like, you know.
Oh, most time during at night because I gotta do a lot of childcare stuff during the day. But
So, and how do they run? Are they, you got to plug in a USB or what?
well,
Exactly is the
surprisingly,
plug-in.
they have actually this battery that's kind of, like in Terminator when they want to blow up the whole place. It's the battery that provides the nuclear
Mhm.
power.
Right.
So,
So they're nuclear. So they're
well,
They're nuclear?
the big rope, the bigger ones are.
If you go too many times, you can't have kids afterwards.
Yeah. So basically, that story is the guy who invented this technology. He's trying to raise money as quickly and as much as possible. So he's very like a very flawed person. And the reason he's trying to make money because like these robots here, they're not sentient. They're controlled by people in control pods, and you just kind of like an avatar. You kind of come to in these robots, but you're actually just kind of
No pun intended on that.
Yeah.
On that
Yeah.
comment. There.
mm-hmm.
Right. So
Okay.
so you
I
kind
gotta
of just
take off, guys.
okay, Jerry. Thanks for all
So
the advice.
wrong.
If you think of anything else, let me know.
Sure.
Well,
I talk to you later.
that's a good idea. So see you at the show.
Come on.
Bye.
I like the cast member pen thing.
Bye.
All right.
Oh yeah. So what I was saying that these robots have these power sources that when they're ruptured, it could be really bad. So you think about it, there's a full theme park up above, full of families and children, really packed theme park, and then down below, there's these robots with these nuclear power sources, kind of going at each other, and they're really just like courting a catastrophe doing this. Fun stuff, but actually, K-pop has read this thing because if I do your show, you get preview copies.
When you were doing research for the sex robots, Sean, did you buy any extra tangas?
I don't know what those are. I think I vaguely remember what those are.
I'll bring back some from Japan.
All right.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't get any. Like, you should have gotten a sponsor with Tanga.
Yeah.
I don't even know what they are really. So
What are they technically, Bernard?
That's
Is
like a tango.
that game where like you pile up all these blocks and you pull one out and you
You're
try
right,
not to knock the
that's
stack
Tetris.
over?
Yeah.
No, these are something you use by yourself as a man.
You use it by yourself. You can. It's not.
Can't
It's
use it
not.
with anybody else.
Yeah. Well, okay. It'd be fun.
Oh, Jenga. That's what I was thinking. No.
You're thinking Jenga. Yeah.
Tenga.
Yeah, Tanga.
Aren't those like those flip flops that have no? they're like sporty.
Yojimbo says they're $75 plus and used once.
You can buy them used.
Why
You
would
buy
you
them.
buy them used? Yojimbo?
Or you use them once. Is that what he's saying? You use them once.
Oh. I think you
Depending
just
on who
toss them.
used them, either that would really drop the price or really raise the price.
That's very true.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what's with these shoulders here? This one girl has like these big shoulder pads. What's going on here?
Oh, those are her shoulders. They're just
Is she like are all the female robots sex robots?
well, the thing is, they're just robots, but they're piloted by people. So during the day, they're piloted by actors and actresses that are playing the roles of Disney princesses. And then they go down below in the evening, and then different people come to pilot them, and those are usually the more talented exotic dancers that control them.
Is there any
I'm
more?
just-
I only read the short
Oh, the
version
first
that we got.
issue,
Yeah, the first
yeah.
one. But I mean, like, they're strippers, but is it implied that they are sex robots? Because
Oh yeah, they're not sex robots now.
okay,
Yeah. When we're on Kickstarter, we got that Projects We Love thing, and you cannot get the Projects We Love
Yeah.
with that.
that's true. But also, like, if they're strippers and this is what they look like naked, it's kind of.
Yes.
It's
That was
like,
a
do
Dr.
you want to
Midnight
see more wire?
wire. I have not tried. Well, I mean, I guess I did try to get on the Kayfabe show. They're an extremely popular channel, but they don't usually cover anything that's kind of within the last 10 years.
Kayfabe.
Yeah. Kayfabe. Why didn't you go on the Kayfabe show?
And they don't really do this stuff. I mean,
They don't do
usually,
modern stuff.
yeah, and they also don't try to really push stuff outside of their own stuff. And I get it; it's not really their show. But I like those guys. I've spoken to them at length many times, and they were a big inspiration for doing this stuff because I think I said before I left comics and went into advertising, and because I thought I had a lot of issues because I wasn't that fast and I had some handicaps that I couldn't get around drawing. And then during the lockdown, I was watching I discovered comics YouTube and heard interviews by lots of artists, and I realized everyone's working with some sort of handicap. In fact, the only person, and the person that gave me the wrong idea was basically you, or it should just be effortless, and you can meet it. Yeah. I mean, you draw aside from just like a
Just do it.
burnout. Yeah. But you'd
What's
be
wrong with
surprised.
you? Just get it done.
There are a lot of people who cannot just do it because of back issues, eye issues, and all sorts of things.
Oh,
Are
like
you
a
saying
more physical and
Yeah.
mental handicaps.
Yeah.
just do it, Sean?
That's some good mechanical stuff there. I like it.
All right, so I have her head like opening up here. So this is like for maintenance mode. Do they go in here to clean out the mouth area?
Yes. Clean out the mouth. Jeez.
I'm thinking as I'm going along, right? So
Okay.
it's a little counterintuitive though, because with gravity, you would think you don't have to go from top. It's easier to go from the bottom, right? But I don't know. You have this jaw thing here too. That's a separate piece. So
Yeah. It's like in that movie
She also has
AI.
teeth.
why does she have like a round cheek? What is the round cheek?
I don't know. A thing. It's something that activates the space. Cool.
Sean, do
I
you
could say really terrible, but I'm not because I'd be very Bernard. Keep it PG.
Sean, do you have any more of the Boulevard #1s?
I don't.
No.
No. So yeah,
You
the
wanna
Boulevard
give-
#1 is where this this story came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I probably told the story here before, but because we were putting out sketchbooks back then, like maybe was it 20 years ago or 25 years ago? Maybe 20 years ago, we were putting out sketchbooks, and you really can't show too much of your Marvel and DC stuff because that's all trademarked. So we have to create and show things that we made up. So I did a drawing of this robot gorilla and this robot girl without any type of story, just as something to draw. And then, so when we're selling that sketchbook in San Diego, this guy came by, and then he was looking at stuff, and he was looking through my stuff, and he saw that picture, and he goes, "Oh, do you have more of this? Like, is this attached to a comic? And did you create these characters? And what's the story?" And I said, it's just a drawing. And then eventually he after he wasn't satisfied with that answer, but finally he just had to leave and just thanked me and just left. And then the guy at the table next to me, I forgot who it was, who was like, dude, that's a Hollywood guy. Well, I mean, I remember if it's you, but he would have said the same thing. But like, that's a Hollywood guy. You should just bullshit and say that to string him along. And I had no idea. But of all the work that I've done, that one image seems to get people to look at it and ask about it because it kind of implies a story. So, 20 years later, Carl Choice, it's like, why don't we make this a story since it seems to be like an image that people get into? So that's what we did.
Sean,
K-Pop
how do
Junk,
you?
he just bought the artist edition. So yeah, I think there's an artist edition that you can get the entire comic in black and white, so you can see all the inks, and then there's no color and no word balloons. And on top of that, you get the PDF of the finished thing. So that way you get the whole story, and then you get the artwork without any of the art being interrupted. So,
Sean, how do you do the rendering on the boobies here?
right.
Is
I
this
don't
when you
know.
use a spoon?
Oh yeah. No,
Is this when you use a metal spoon?
you know who you look at? I look at Pepe Larraz and Olivier Coipel for all of this stuff, and it's
Look
all
at a
just kind of
metal
made up. And I've seen Addy Granoff uses a metal spoon.
Okay. Metal spoon.
Man, that's a nasty spoon.
Yeah, got some ice cream on it.
What is your diet? Good Lord.
Ice cream,
And sidewalk oranges.
sidewalk oranges, and ice cream. There's
Oh,
a
isn't that
sale at
like
Ralph's.
the recipe for farting is ice cream and sidewalk oranges?
From
I
the
think that
from
would
the
make it happen.
Yeah, the dairy and the citrus mixing together.
yep.
Oh, so on the K-pop show, I think the one that you're going to be on, I think it's one of that called the Fartists interview. And
Oh, really?
I think you're going to be the first one who's an actual fartist.
I'm gonna have to fart, and then I'm gonna tilt this. See, I'm right now. This is this boob right here, and then I'm gonna tilt the spoon this way to get the curvature out the other way. See, now you see, like, look, the light is hitting the inside.
Wow, yeah, this is exactly what Addy Granoff does. I never thought to do that before.
We're getting a lesson in art. And now you can see, like, over here on this spoon here, there's a little bit of light. It's actually not dark on this side, right? Because there's light reflecting from other secondary light sources. So,
Right. And be surprised how often there's a dark on that goes around the entire perimeter. Usually you wouldn't think it would be there.
this is a lip right here. You can see the lip.
Oh, that's a good technique.
So, you didn't need to go to any strip clubs for reference on this book?
I think we went to enough. Yeah, we went to Baltimore. I was telling Carl, because I think that area that we used to go to is not really there anymore.
Oh, really? They cleaned it up? What do they call it? The block?
The block, yeah. Oh yeah, Sorayama does the same thing. Yeah, like you see Sorayama's drawing table, there's a spoon that he keeps out, and also like a chrome Corvette that he keeps by the table for the metal reference. And you see he does metal really good. All this stuff is bullshitted, but also not.
There's a couple chrome artists out there who like do painting to make it look like chrome. It's quite impressive.
Yeah,
I forgot one of the name.
It's a very compelling illusion. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where this. So you see, if you look at this spoon, right? Of course, there's the main light source that's up here on the top, right? Because of the curvature of the spoon, right? And there is a light right over here in this direction. But I'm trying to figure out. There's these two white things here. This is because of. I'm wondering
Your
if this
forehead?
white space.
I thought that was ice cream.
No, no. I think it's the back.
On your
My back
window.
wall. Yeah, my
Yeah.
window. So, and then this because there's a line in the middle here. This line, I think that's me. Right? If I
Yeah,
move.
that's the weird thing. Like, you think that using this spoon will tell you um, where all the lights and shadows are, but it's more than just holding up a spoon. It's also curating everything that's around you, so that you
Understand what
can,
it is that you're drawing.
yeah. So you can have like if you had one of those camera lights that are like a ring light, that will make a difference. Everything will look different depending on whether there's a window behind you, and you might even see be drawing yourself reflected in it.
The other last part is like this part down here, right? This is a reflection of my hand,
Yeah,
right? So it's a tertiary, it's a secondary light source. It's bouncing the light off of my hand, hitting the bottom of the spoon, but also adding the text, getting it the roundness. So it's never like all dark, all black on one side.
right. If it were all like
Never all shadows.
the bottom third of that spoon would be just all black, and that can be flat if you draw it that way. So the fact that there's a little bit down there just makes it, kind of rounded.
Look at this. What kind of an art lesson today? I bet Dave Finch ain't gonna have this on his screen.
Yeah, he does. But
He
he
ain't gonna
does.
draw no metallic boobies.
Oh, he won't draw like movies, but he's all about art education. Whereas most of it, like this stream, mostly is about farts and then just like making fun of people.
Arts and arts.
Farts and arts, right?
Arts and arts. But see, look at this. Oh, so we got it's a pretty nice. Although, let me see. Go back in there.
Yeah, I
Go
think
back to the
with this book I'm putting out, I think people kind of know what to expect, kind of from an art standpoint, because my art's been out there for so long in comics. But it's a level up because it's weird when this is your book. Like I would like to see when you do your own create your own thing, how you draw, because it's going to be different because this is like your baby.
Well, I did a creator own thing a few years ago. Two of them.
Which one was that?
The porn star book.
Oh, okay.
And,
Well,
and
yeah,
King.
yeah, King, the Amazon book, right?
But King was a little. Ran out of time on King because I was doing that in addition to Green Lantern Corps. So I didn't get to invest. Like it wasn't exactly also my passion. It was a creator own, but it was like technically my idea to begin with.
Yeah, I think it's different if it's your own story. If you ever had any problems meeting deadlines before, it gets worse when it's your own.
You don't want to turn it in if it's not perfect. Okay, wait, hold on.
What?
Oh,
What?
God,
did you hear that?
what
It
do
sounded
you
like
think
something was screaming.
Well, yeah, it was
That's not nice.
screaming to get out.
It did though.
Ooh, smells like oranges.
I'm sure it
No.
doesn't.
There's no way. Your digestive system is not that fast.
Too soon, huh? Too soon? No?
Too soon. It's like a 9/11 joke on 9/12. It's too soon.
Oh. No, these vents on the ribs, what do they do?
They just look cool.
There's no function. Form follows function. Sean, I would think that, since you were an industrial design major in college, that designing these robots was kind of part of the fun.
It's not fun. Like I think I said before on all these streams, like when they tell you, like ask you, like, what do you like to draw, and everyone's like, don't tell me Iron Man because you did it 3 years. Then before the X-Men War, Iron Man and X-Men War was the worst experience, but it's just not fun to draw because I think as an artist you get into this to draw people, and I got assigned those books because the people I drew were not that great yet. So, and that was like 4 years of that. And when I was done with that, I did Wolverine, and every successive book, the character got more and more naked.
Yeah.
Isn't Courtney supposed to be drawing?
Courtney, are you drawing today?
I would have. You just started. And
Well,
I
come
would
on.
have.
Let me split the screen up. Come on, are you
What?
drawing?
It's too
Yeah,
late.
a face.
Let's look at Courtney.
I'm drawing
Courtney,
Loki.
you have like a. I mean, I don't want to be like.
You can draw lines on
You
your
have
own face and cosplay this character.
Yeah. I was wondering, does she have like a chrome swimsuit? Like a.
Yes, yeah, for reference. Yes.
No,
That
I
old
found
trick.
I found actually a costume when I was looking during San Diego Comic Con. I don't know if I showed you guys. It's on Amazon, but it's like just the same like one piece suit, but it looks very similar. I gotta find it now. But actually, it I think it's even purple if I'm remembering right.
Well, if Jerry were here, he would make you find it now. So
I'm trying to find it. I don't know if I have it. Oh, it is silver. Oh, it looks really good. $33.
prove.
I'm serious. Oh, I'll show you. It almost looks like it looks very. There's different colors too. Here, I'll send it to the chat.
By the way, just a reminder: hit that follow button. Hit that follow button or like button on YouTube. Try to get that algorithm. If you know what I'm saying. Did somebody just text me something?
It's that outfit, right?
But it doesn't. It looks pretty legit.
Oh,
I mean, it has like
yeah,
right.
it's
It
from
has like
Metropolis.
chrome. Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Metropolis.
I haven't seen
That
it in a while.
old time talkie movie.
Yeah, it's the one that C-3PO is based off the Metropolis robot.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Is there a fork? Do we need a fork
What
for anything?
for reflection?
Yeah, would that help for something?
Are you just trying to get Courtney in that outfit? Is that what you're saying? Like, fork? Anyone's got like a car bumper or anything? Like, Dr. Midnight says that they're releasing a new Wolverine collection that has my art and the cover.
Oh, you're Wolverine.
You don't know it?
No, they don't. And also, if it's past 6 years, they don't owe me anything, so they can print the hell out of it, and then I can just see them get rich. So.
Awesome. That sounds just
Unlike my squirrel video, which they still pay me to this day.
I still get royalties, Sean. I don't know why you're
from
not
Marvel?
getting royalties. Yeah.
Well, they're probably from the new initiatives that have to like digital or something else, but I think the reprints from the trade paperbacks and the floppies are I think it's 6 years, unless they went back to the bargaining table and changed it.
Because the like the Deadpool stuff that I did, I still get when they come out with the omnibus. It's always included in the omnibus. The one Deadpool annual that I drew.
Oh yeah, and then okay. Well, that's good.
They included on a lot of the omnibuses, and I still get like a little check every now and then. It's no ride number 9 money, but Courtney, you set up?
No. Sorry.
You gotta set up or dress up.
I don't have that outfit, so there'd be not.
Do you have any tin foil, aluminum foil?
There you go. Come on, improvise.
Foil downstairs.
I can put on some aluminum foil. You want me to put on some aluminum foil?
Yes, if you want to do those boobs, and then wrap the foil on your rear end, and then turn around the mirror.
I that would be much better than what my boobs can provide because I'm fairly flat. So.
What is it with tinfoil and cats? Why are they?
Oh, they hate the noise. It's like high pitched. At least my cat always hated it because I think it's just
So it's
a
the
very high
noise.
pitched noise. I think so. Yeah. Anytime I would do anything, they would just freak out. But I think it's
We need
just
to get. Sorry, we need to get the YouTube channel. There's only 299 subscribers on YouTube right now. We need to get that closer to 1,000. And once we do that, we can migrate over there.
I don't like YouTube
You don't like
chat.
YouTube?
I didn't enjoy the chat. Like you can't like at people. I feel like it's very like you go to watch and maybe interact, but it's not the same as like the chat on here. Maybe that's like the user experience. I
User
don't think.
interface? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
do you like super chats though? Because you'll get that over there.
Because that way we don't have to have subs
yeah, I guess so.
anymore.
I guess that's true.
Jerry
like you'll get
reflected in the boobs would have been hilarious. Says Golf Boy Sunday.
His
Ooh,
smiling
Baja
face.
here. Is it all metal or there's like some silicone areas?
It's whatever you want.
Okay.
But speaking of these cats and their weird behavior, I kind of use this as an example for writing. What I know of writing is that so much of it's a science and it is evolution based. So I use this example of a thing like, have you ever seen this thing called cats versus cucumbers?
Yeah.
No.
So if you have a cat and then you and the cat's eating or something, or has his back turned, you slide a cucumber up behind him. When he turns around and sees it, it will jump and hit the ceiling. And you kind of like wonder what that's about. So what it is basically from an evolutionary standpoint, they have a visceral reaction to something that looks like a snake. So that house caterpillar has never seen a snake before, and probably maybe never even seen a cucumber before, but it's reacting based on something that's deep in its genetics or in his mind that gets passed on. Right. So it looks like a snake, and they just know from experience that snakes have killed many of them, many cats, so many cats that their DNA is altered to fear things like that. So there's things like that with story, and I think one of the big problems with stories being written today in comics and some movies is that they kind of ignore all that, and they kind of want to tell you what you should be liking, but what we really like and what we really respond to story-wise is deep in our DNA, and it's been around as a survival mechanism since we were cave people. So that's why you see like stories are kind of similar in a lot of ways, and changing that to fit whatever reason, like if you don't agree with cucumbers and you start throwing all different produce, like maybe an apple, and thinking it's going to have the same result, it won't. So you have to be very careful with story and tap into the evolutionary biological component there to get the best effect. So if you were to write a story and you know what you're doing and you study story science, you can make a story kind of what they call unputdownable, meaning you start reading it and you can't stop reading it, and you stay up all night, and then you'll binge it or whatever. That's the writer that knows what they're doing, and that can be learned. That's the scary thing. So I took a deep dive and learned it. I learned a lot of that.
Well, Sean, I remember you took the Robert McKee screenwriting class.
That was like 20, 25 years ago. I took that class.
Did you retain any of that stuff? Or no?
All of that stuff. I think there's a lot of bad writing out there in comics, and they've all read the same books and they've all taken the same classes. So I'm not sure. Like, I don't think they take that information to heart. I think they quickly forget it. But lately, a lot of my writing stuff has been watching thousands of hours of YouTube, book YouTube, and screenwriting YouTube. I highly recommend.
Is there a YouTube channel that you recommend, Sean?
There's a few that I got a lot of information. Like, I'll get information from the strangest places. If the information rings true to me, then it's mostly like little bits here and there. One of the best things that was really mind-blowing about writing came from Trey Parker from South Park, which is really weird. And then some of this very useful thing came from this like girl who's like 14 years old who teaches writing. And I'm like, wow, I got information from this kid. And then like, of course, there's the Neil Gaiman masterclass. It's really good. And that guy who does, I forgot what it was, but a lot of it, film criticism, which basically just takes all the movies that are out now and then just kind of dissect them in terms of, it tells you why they all suck or why they're good. You can learn so much from that. Filmento is one of them, and yeah, I forgot the name of them, but I have them all on my YouTube, and I listen to that stuff recreationally. So a lot of people would be watching cat videos. I actually consume writing content. That's entertaining to me. Neil Gaiman said, right? Yeah. So the way you get better at writing, and this is the most common advice everyone gets: if you want to learn to write, then write something, and then step 2, if after you do that, then finish it. So that immediately puts you in the top 10% right there if you finish something. And then step 3 is to do it again, and then by that point you're basically in a very rarefied air, because a lot of people have aspirations to write, but they never actually start. So,
They never start and then they never finish.
yeah, it's very common not to finish. So if you ever finish something, all of a sudden you're in the top 10% because you learn so much from it.
Now, what are ideas? You haven't finished the entire series, Sean. There's
I have not.
6.
I have finished one thing before, which was Wingman, and Wingman is what taught me to write this. So.
Do you know the ending of the story?
Yeah.
And you're trying to find your way to the ending? Or is the ending 2 or 3 different destinations that as you...
Well,
wait. Hold on.
3 different destinations.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, were you going to fart?
I did, but no one heard it.
Oh, I didn't
I
know
didn't hear
what that
anything.
was.
There wasn't a scream.
Yeah, well, the initial fear is gone.
Okay. So in the writing community, there's this thing called a pantser and something called a plotter. So the plotter is the one that does the outline and knows the story from beginning to end, and basically is just filling in and a heavily outlined story that's premeditated completely. And then the pantser is the person that writes from the seat of their pants and just makes the thing up as they go along. And I think a surprising number of people say that you can do it both ways, but I think there are some people who say there is no way you can make anything good by pantsing your ways through a story with no plan. So, yeah, you gotta.
Is there a pantier?
No, what is that? A panther? Like you become like a lion?
Halfway between pants. You're not wearing full pants, but you're just wearing panties.
So like cargo pants, or like what are those knee high things?
Like panties, like a
pants.
thong.
I'm more like a capri panther.
Bernard, my setup's falling, so I don't think it's gonna work out.
You're pulling
I'm sorry.
a Sean on us. You're pulling a Sean on us.
It's fine.
That's working right there. It's okay. You can troubleshoot it. It's no big deal.
But he's almost done.
Well, draw something that you like to draw, like a cat or something.
But it's kind
draw
of
a spoon.
Draw a spoon.
Draw a spoon.
2 spoons side by side.
We'll do 2 spoons today.
Now I gotta hold it.
Oh my god! You have to hold it one hand and draw with the other.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do right now.
Don't you have a
Yeah, see?
Like a boyfriend or something?
Yeah,
no. He is not here.
A manservant? No.
No, I should. I'm failing at life because.
Where's Poop Kid when we need him? He's like a mile away. Come on, Poop Kid.
He is a mile away. Why is he ignoring my calls?
I've been drawing 2 spoons for like the last 45 minutes.
Isn't that basically Jean Grey though? If you were, because
Oh,
she
Jean
was.
Grey, I drew. You know, it was kind of funny because like I finished the fourth issue. I was so tired. I was drawing her, and I turned it in. I scanned it in, turned it in, and then like the next morning, I go to sleep. I wake up and I look at the drawings, and like her boobs are like huge. I was like, oh shit! I gotta redraw it. Like I had to redraw it digitally, put a patch, and then send it back in. So
Oh
I don't know.
wow!
Sometimes, yeah,
So
the
you
boobs are like.
already turned it in, and then you have to take it back.
Well, I mean, it's on a server, and then
Oh, okay.
I sent another version to Marcello to color. So it doesn't matter for them because, but I was just like, man, those boobs are huge.
Yeah,
Bernard,
that's.
I can't do this. it's too much work.
Can we
Also,
just
don't
see your
get
Okay,
tattoo then?
the right way. Also,
Okay. Good effort though.
all right. Next time.
I'm sorry. You should have got me on earlier. I would have fixed up better.
I thought you were set up, ready to go already.
No. You're almost done. You're almost done.
All right, I'm almost done.
I don't know how to get
So-
off now. I don't know how to get off. But okay.
You don't know how to get
Now
off.
I'm back. No, I have a robot friend to help me get off.
Oh jeez. Yikes. Demonetized.
Hey, look.
So this is. Oh, okay. Let
They
me
suck.
turn that off. Then. Okay, all right.
So yeah, that's the difficult thing when you said like when you wake up the next morning and you see. I guess if you're moving very fast and there's no time to really. I always take safety steps all the way along, so that a lot of times toward the end of the drawing, I scan it in and look at it on the computer, and hopefully you catch all of those things. 'Cause it's kind of a shame. Like if she has those chrome boobs on Phoenix and you spent all that time, it's a shame to have to do it over
Yeah,
again.
rendering it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that is the thing though. Usually, like the next day, you give yourself. I don't like to turn stuff in right away after I'm
Yeah.
done with it. Here, I'm drawing the shoulder. I'm making a spoon, using the reflection for the spoon for the shoulder. I don't like to turn it in right away. I like to hold on to it for a little bit, and then I usually send my phone a JPEG. I send a JPEG to my phone, and I look at it on my phone to kind of like.
Right.
To double check before I turn it in. But this time I was just like, have to get it in, and then I just wanted to get finish on time.
Yeah, I think one thing you can really do to help. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do. Is if you have a slanted drawing board, so that the plane of your vision, the cone of your vision, kind of hits perpendicular, so that avoids the big feet syndrome or small feet syndrome. Usually, like if the board is not slanted enough, so most people draw on something that's sort of halfway between a table and straight up. You end up drawing tiny feet because the head is farther away, so you draw it larger, and then as you get down toward the feet are closer to your eye, so you draw them. You end up drawing them smaller, and that is the opposite of heroic. So one thing I always do is tilt my board up pretty high, and then make sure it's at the right level. Like you'll know where is the comfortable zone for drawing is, and I put it exactly right there, which is another reason I can't draw on stream, because that camera, in order to get a good angle at it, you should have seen on that Dave Finch thing, that camera was right next to my temple. So basically, I have to see the drawing in the perfect place, and then the camera also has to. So we're kind of just butting up against each other.
That's
And
just what I was doing with my setup. Like I wouldn't be able to draw because my phone was like right next to my head.
yeah, it's weird. It takes getting used to.
Well, you got to
But
get a clamp. You got to get a clamp. Like I have a clamp thing here. You know, to
even
hold
with
it.
a clamp, like where is the camera? Is it above your forehead or to the side?
It's right ahead, straight ahead. It's literally perpendicular with my eye.
Yeah.
The
So
camera.
for best results for your drawing is if the drawing is right in front of you, and the best results for the camera is also if the camera was where your face is, where your eyes are. So a lot of times when I'm drawing on camera, I'm like peeking over my camera or something, or so my nose is practically
Yeah, that's what
right
I'm
on the
doing
camera.
right now. You can see
So
the.
Golf Boy Sunday asked if I colored it. I did not color it. Our good friend Tom Chu colored it.
Should we give this away? What is the robot? Is there a sex robot name, or is there like a what are they called? Just sex robot?
Carl named them. He calls them Britneys with an I.
Britney's. So should we give this Britney sketch away? Is there a prerequisite? You have to have.
You have to back.
You have to have back.
Back it at the $35 level, which gives you the physical copy and a PDF. All
Or
for
do you want to?
$35.
Do you want to save this? Sean, you want to save this as a incentive for your actual Kickstarter?
Oh.
Oh, it's nice. Yeah. Yeah. Watch Carl turn it into a cover, variant cover. That's cool. That's a great expression. The droopy eyes.
I mean, most of the people on the stream have been here for a long time, and that's kind of nice that they would win something like this, though.
Yeah.
Okay, let's give it away.
Give it away
Let's
now.
give it away.
I guess Golf Boy Sunday doesn't want it, so that's fine. You said as a reward, he's out.
I think he's more concerned
in.
with me doing well on my Kickstarter. So,
That is nice. That is nice. No, just have Bernard do like a really fancy colored one.
yeah, if you want to see
Ooh.
Kickstarter go crazy, that Sean Gordon Murphy's Zorro Kickstarter, I think maybe starts Thursday.
Zorro.
Yeah, that's going to be
Yeah,
off
you
the
think it'll
hook.
do well?
Got to.
What do
Yeah.
you think it's going to do?
400,000 maybe.
You think so? When did what was his last one?
400,000?
Didn't he just have a Kickstarter recently?
Plot holes. Yeah, plot holes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was probably 300.
Messing up the back here. Not sure what the back is.
So I've only backed Jerry, but I've never. I mean, I've heard of other people. Is this pretty popular now to for independent comic book artists to actually do?
Comics
And
is
even if you
the
want to
number
do
one.
like,
Yeah, it's the number one category on Kickstarter.
I think I heard more about people who aren't in the industry trying to do that, but they don't really have a name or a following or much of a following, and it's like.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be for. I mean, it's crowdfunding, so I'm not sure exactly what that Keanu Reeves comic is doing on Kickstarter because, I mean, you can afford to put it out. You can afford to put it out yourself. So a lot of it that was a controversial one. But
That's true.
Yeah.
Lady Death Kickstarters.
Well, Top Cow had a Kickstarter too, so a lot of publishers are.
That Brian Pulido has always been doing very well on Kickstarter, and he never gets the that status of comics we love. So if you get that seal of approval from Kickstarter, they push their people to your campaign. So we got that status a few days before we launched, and I'm not sure what the criteria is. Like I think maybe because they see like Asian creators, or they look at it and think that that it's going to do well, so it represents them well. So, but when they look at Brian Pulido's comic, I'm not sure which one he does, Coffin Comics. They say like, yeah, we don't we don't want to push this. And
Because
this
it's Lady Death, right?
yeah,
It's
and
like TNA.
and he does fine anyways. So
Why didn't you go the Indiegogo route, Sean?
I don't know. I think
Since this is a very adult kind of themed book,
yeah,
you know, that particular audience might be a little bit more appealing.
yeah. It was Carl's choice to what to do, but I think you go with the one that has the biggest community. So Kickstarter still is the brand leader. But yeah, I think they looked at this and they really only judge it by its cover. So that first cover, really, all the art they see is just looks like wholesome robot fighting action, and the whole
Little did they know,
yeah, now they're gonna regret it.
there's a whole underground sex world.
Yeah, but I mean that stuff really isn't part of the story, so it's just cover material, so it doesn't really happen in the book.
So, Sean, when are you starting your OnlyFans?
Yeah, you should have had an OnlyFans. That would have been
Yeah.
fun, like a
Oh, yeah,
fake
but-
OnlyFans, and then you put like some nude robot drawings on there, like
Yeah,
how you did, you know, and then as a tier, as a what do you call it? So what is that called again? Stretch goal.
oh yeah,
If you meet a particular stretch goal, then everybody gets access to the OnlyFans site.
Ooh. Ooh la la.
Password only, right? Password protected.
yeah. You know,
You have to be over
when
21.
when you do your Kickstarter, both of you, like it's that creative thinking that really makes a campaign, and you have it's best to be planning out a year ahead of time, because as soon as you launch,
Yeah.
everything has to be in place, because it basically funds on the first day. So all of the stuff you should remember these ideas and really think out of the box.
Well, when I did the porn star book, we came up with a fake. MySpace was popular back then, so I created a MySpace page with her on it, and a lot of and oh man, it's you the amount of messages or private messages that I got from dudes. It's like
Who thought you were real?
yeah, but it's it's a little gross. It's a little gross.
Only farts. Okay.
Only farts.
Yeah, I made up that fake site called Android Fans, and
Yeah.
Oh.
I wonder if someone has domain squatting on it, just in case someone wants to do something with it.
Well, here I came up with a little compartment. I know you don't have it on your Android, but this is
Cleaning out.
yeah, detached. It kind of like opens, and then like you can
Sort of like on a saxophone, that kind of spit valve lever thing.
exactly, and then you just
Yes.
like take a little brush and you go up in there. You're like,
Is it like on the
then,
iPhone where it says water eject?
right? Well, then you're good. So you go
What
from
does
the
that-
top, right?
What does that do on the phone where it says water eject? What does that do?
Huh? Water eject? What do you mean?
Is there on a phone? There is this button I see once in a while that says water eject, and is it in case your phone gets wet?
Oh, I don't know.
I've never seen one.
I've had my phone stop charging because it said it was wet. But
Maybe someone knows.
so this is the lube compartment. You squeeze the lube in there, up here, right? The lubricate.
Right.
No, for the robot because it's metallic. It needs.
None of this stuff
for
is
the
in
robot.
the book, by the way. This is you. Like, you have not read this thing. You're just going off. But
Hey, is she
I don't have a
dishwasher
copy. You never
safe?
did. Huh?
The fans need to know if she's dishwasher safe.
Yeah.
one of the first covers I did, cover ideas that gave to Carl, he's like, no, it's, if you're like, I don't know, you have to be old enough to know this, but like, if you, in the old days when you go to a hotel, the toilet would have this plastic band on it that says sanitize for your protection.
Oh
I
yeah.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it was basically, the first cover was just the torso of this thing, with like a banner across her pelvic area that looks like a Miss America banner that just says "sanitize for your protection."
Damn.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like, would you? All right, yeah, man, that's an interesting discussion.
Is it?
Hypothetically, if there were these kind of sex robots, right? I mean, you're not getting it. I mean, would you be able to have do the nasty with a robot that's been like in service for quite a while?
I don't see why not. You only have sex with virgins? What do you
I
think?
mean, if it's stainless steel,
Oh,
maybe.
God. It's,
But
we're never gonna get on YouTube.
where are we at on the YouTube follows? Oh, there's Steve. Steve, have you followed on the YouTube yet? Come on, Steve. I know Steve's on YouTube. Steve just subbed. Thank you. Thanks again for everybody for the sub. Dr. Midnight, K-pop Junkie, resub with Prime. Mr. Joshua, good to see you. Hope Luke, Cool Hand Luke's doing good. Let me throw a little watercolor on here, and then we'll give this away. And let's get out of here because it's been an hour and a half.
That's not that long.
Where is the? I have to finish the cover. Who should we give this away to?
Me?
Everybody on stream?
Sure, I guess.
Sure,
Agnes is
yes.
gonna win it. I'm putting my money on Agnes.
Agnes has been pretty good with the. Ooh, look at this.
Yeah, she's really good.
Well, she's from the future, so
She
Yeah.
definitely, I think she is.
Agnes, I think, has won the last 2 in a row, huh? So, Sean, should I color the robot or color the background?
Thank you, Lurky Lurk. I won't take it from somebody.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Right.
I mean, I think people would prefer that the robot was colored.
Yeah, I like robot colors. And it's pretty monotone, so I mean,
It's like you're inking it. We'll be here for another hour.
It's a little too dark.
Yeah, that's strange how you never test your brush that's loaded with pigment. You just like, oh, let's see what this looks like, and you do it right on the finished piece.
I'm not paid to test.
But then, are you paid to start over again?
Yeah. Well, that's just not me.
One time Michael Golden was doing commissions, and he didn't have any 11 by 17 paper, so he came by and says, like, Sean, do you have any paper? Because I got to do this commission. And I gave him one. And I said, here, you need another, just in case you make mistakes. And then he looked at me. He's like, I don't make mistakes.
Damn. I like drawing on 2. I don't like drawing on 1. I need that extra cushion. Anyways, that's just me.
Yeah, I think most people think that too.
Think what? Ooh. What's up?
You should
What's up
probably
with
take another paper just in case.
Anybody else going to New York Comic Con? How was Baltimore, by the way, Sean? Did we
Oh, it
talk
was
about
great.
it?
Yeah, it was
We talked
as
about it
crowded as
before.
usual. Yeah, I was there with Carl, and we were collecting names. The whole rigmarole that Courtney's been through.
Hey, if you need me from New York before I'll
Yeah.
leave for Japan.
We gotta convince Carl. Carl is sick again, by the way. So.
Oh no!
But yeah, he's getting over it. But
Oh man!
we got a bird. He tried to.
Super curious. He's turned on by the. Look at that. He's like, Does this open up? Hey, come on, go away. This is watercolors. This is poisonous.
Oh, he's trying to eat that brush.
Yeah.
Thinks it's a worm.
He's been really into his reflection now. He thinks it's his brother.
So vain.
Oh. So sad. Wait, Bernard, where were you last week when you texted?
Where was it? Oh, I was in Knoxville.
What were
Tennessee.
you doing in Knoxville?
Store signing.
Oh, I was like, was there a
Did a
convention?
store appearance at a comic book store called Nirvana Comics. Nice little shop, Knoxville. First time in Tennessee. And then yeah, I enjoy going. Store signings are hit or miss. Doesn't matter
They're,
like how
they're
much you
mostly
promote
miss.
something.
Yeah,
It's hard
they're
though,
really.
even if
But
you want to show up. It's hard to like get the time because the person's usually there for like an hour or two, or maybe a few if you're lucky.
yeah, well, this one, I mean, I was there from 10 to 7. 10:30 to 7. Actually, 11 to 7 is when they open.
Mm.
And so pretty much like most of the day. And the entire day I was there drawing, having signing and sketching, like doing little remarks. So I did another signing at Ultimate Comics in Durham, Raleigh, Durham,
Was that the same
and
trip? Oh,
no,
no,
that
same.
was a month ago
Oh,
for issue 1. And that one again, I was there for 4 hours, nonstop.
wow.
So, and then I did a store signing here in LA, and it was like crickets.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, most of the time, I'm surprised. Like after a few years, I thought that that most stores would stop doing store signings, because you just learn that it just doesn't bring people in that much, but they still do
Yeah,
it.
LA is weird because LA, there's so much. I think again, like a big city, there's so much stuff to do
Yeah,
that
Mhm.
and it was like right around rush hour, so people are
Mhm.
like, fuck it. It's like, plus I'm a local, so it's like, oh, I can see this guy, WonderCon or San Diego or something, and get it signed then. So it can be, not as in Raleigh, smaller towns, Knoxville. Everybody showed up. There were people waiting before the
That's
store
awesome.
opened. It's still not like back in the heyday, when we were doing Deathmate, Valiant. Those were like, you had massive crowds. We did a store signing at City Walk, and there were like 2,000 people there, 3,000 people. Remember, Sean?
yeah. Isn't that when we stayed at the Figueroa?
I think so. You mean down? Did we stayed at the Figueroa downtown?
Oh, maybe we didn't stay there. We went
No.
there.
Mm. Well, I think that's like the pros and cons of social media these days because you already feel connected, to those artists. You can see their art every day, when they post, or you can, where they are. So, but yeah, I think it's also in that way, even if you don't have much, many people coming in, social media for the comic book stores, it's still good to be like, oh, we're having artists these days, or even if nobody really shows up, it's probably still looks like a benefit. Like it's, you know, you're you're still like a buzzing store, and you have artists coming to you. So that's good, especially when you go, really out of your way to Tennessee. Hmm. I've never been to Tennessee.
It's actually nicer than I thought it would be. They drove me around town,
Hmm.
Knoxville, and I mean UT, University of Tennessee, is based in Knoxville, so it's like a real small college town.
Did you play
But
basketball?
no, I tried to, but when I flew in Tuesday night, I was so tired. I basically checked in at the hotel, and I was gonna
Oh,
go out that night.
that's when Linda
And
pooped, right?
huh?
You told me that
What?
you got off the plane and Linda pooped.
Linda pooped.
Yeah. that weird text conversation we're having where I was like, "Who's Linda?"
Oh yes. And I just basically just conked out. So they were adding a little bit of warmth to this. This is a yellowish black.
Yeah, that's one thing people should know, that when you use grays, there's two types of grays. There's the warm gray and the cool gray. And of course, the cool gray has more blue, and the warm one has more brown or red in it. And you can't use them interchangeably.
Nope. It's actually annoying with buying gray clothes in the same way, because
Oh,
if
yeah.
you want them to like match, then they don't because they're different tones. But
never thought of that.
Copic markers actually has 3 sets. They have cool, they have warm, and they have neutral. So
Oh God.
yeah.
That's ridiculous. Like that travel set that Bernard has. I think that I used that because it's the size of a flask, and that it covers the entire rainbow. But then
Right.
if you're traveling with Copics, you have to wear like one of those cable bandolier things that have like where we put all those shotgun shells. Because if you want to do something that's red, like that shoulder pad, if it were red, you would need the light red, the dark red, and the medium red at least.
Yep.
And that's 3 different pens, and each one of those are like $7.
Yeah. I have really old ones that I got in Japan when I was like 13. Like a really old, I think it was they used to have a set. I'm forgetting the name of it. I have it packed away. But it was kind of like for beginners, and I think it was like 47 of them.
Copic?
But it was, yeah. I forgot what they were called. They don't make them anymore. They don't make this specific marker anymore. But I think they were one of the best because they, like, on each end, the brushes on each end were actually like probably, I don't know, the most used. Like it had like one kind of brush tip, and then it had like a smaller chiseled tip. I don't know the specific name of those. Um, but yeah, it was just a long time ago. But I mean, I still have them. They still got juice in them, I guess. But I would never buy anymore because like it's every time I'm like, I don't really. You could use one marker like once. I would rather get inks, like actual mixing inks, and I've done that before, and then kind of painted with ink instead, like India ink, and then you can kind of create your own colors. Well, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, well, I think if you're gonna buy Copics, I think the first thing you should buy is the gray set, because you can get pretty far. You can actually, with the warm gray, you can do the flesh, and then the cool grays, you can do like a metal armor. You can get pretty far, and even on top of it, you can scan it in, and you can turn those grays into colors by putting color filter layers on top.
I never even thought that. Be good.
All right, how are we looking on time?
What? We're fine.
I almost messed up on the boobs because it got really dark real quick. Oh, here comes Butthead.
But he jumps right on your palette there. So does he have watercolor on his feet?
No, not yet. He's been able to avoid it.
What if he like jumps on the color and then jumps onto your drawing?
Man, the boobs are really, really pronounced today.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. I liked.
Well, I mean, go ahead.
I was gonna say I liked K-pop's interview with Sean because I think she talks about with the rest of us females, like we do like the female form, and I think they think like a lot of men prefer it more, but we're like, oh, a sexy woman, like this is nice. And she mentioned, she's like, I'm for the sexy robots, and I was like, yeah, girl. So
Oh,
Yeah, I
oh,
was
it
a
was
bit
a
of
lie.
surprised. I
I don't think that's a surprise though.
I
She's
I
like,
did a lot of covers for Zenoscope, and they told me that their readership is a lot of women. So,
I think women, there's a lot of women artists that draw like some of the sexiest women, I think. I don't know. I mean, I don't think we might not go with like super huge TNA, like, but I think, you know, I think there's a lot of really, good. I know there's like a lot of pinup artist style, and but yeah, I don't know. We like it. It does remind me of when I went to a comic book store when I was very young, and there was a series I liked. Ranma One Half, you guys probably know it, but they
oh
had
yeah,
this one character called Shampoo, and she was like a sexy little Chinese Amazon, and in the back of the comic, like against the wall, there was like an art book, and she was filled with like bubbles. She looked like she was in a bubble bath. And I asked like the workers there, I think I was like 10 at the time or something, and I was like, hey, can I see that? And they like looked at me, looked at each other, and just started laughing very hard, and they were like, come back in 8 years or something like that. And at that time I knew I asked for something that probably had some nudity in it, because I also had brothers. I knew what that was from, but I remember it looking, very juicy and enticing. So
okay. Oh, so to answer, Simple Man asked if these bots are actually called Britney bots. I think, yeah, that came from my publisher, Carl. And this is like one thing that happens when you are creating something from total whole cloth. So this story has gone through like maybe 10 or 15 different ideations. In fact, you may have remembered it was called Genesis at one point. So the story kind of takes its own shape and it goes where it needs to go. So these things were called something different for another reason, and it just kind of just carried over. So that character was called Brittany. Now there's like a whole bunch of them, and they're generic females, and they just continue to call them. We just call them Britneys. It's Britni. Yeah, it's
Does
a
it stand for
standard name.
something?
No, I think it's just because he thought it looked like. And then
Bionic robot.
yeah, and then that gorilla, he named it Bobo. So so that all came from him. And you can kind of see like those names like Genesis, Brittany, and Bobo, those are all very generic terms when you don't know what the story's about. And sometimes they change later on. Like to come up with a name like Blade Runner or Minority Report, you really have to know what your story's about. Otherwise, it's just called Robot Space Battle.
I realize a lot of names these days are taking are from like previous old names. To explain that better, like from like the 1920s, like the day the world stood still or something like
Yeah,
that.
oh yeah,
So they're a play on,
pulpy. Yeah,
yeah, it's pulpy, and you might not even know like where it comes from, but I do realize, recognize like a lot of people are kind of doing that, which is it's less original, but it really is definitely grabs people's attention just because it's definitely something that they recognize in even a subconscious way.
there's a movie that Quentin Tarantino did with Robert Rodriguez. It was two movies. One was called Death Proof, and the other one was called Planet something or other.
Oh,
But that
right.
pulpy name Planet is basically a trick that they would do back then to sell the movie,
Mhm.
because it kind of implied that there was something taking over the entire world. But then you see the movie, and whatever is happening in a small town.
Planet
Um,
Terror. We're
yeah, so you
getting.
say Planet Terror, like you're really in for something when you go see Planet Terror, but you'll be disappointed because it never leaves that small town.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right, let's give this away. Let's get out of here.
Yeah,
I gotta work on some real stuff.
Some real stuff.
this is cool. This is a change of pace for you. Like this is completely all metal. It's very kind of like realistic looking.
It
I think
is.
it's because the camera's kind of blurred.
That helps though.
It does have
Yeah,
like the
it
sexy
does
part.
help. It's like the lighting, like you go to a nightclub or a bar and like it's kind of
Yeah,
dark and it's like,
it's like
and then
shot through Vaseline. Like if you have an older actress, you kind of put Vaseline all over the lens, or a shot through gauze,
yeah.
just to soften their appearance.
That's what I
So I
gotta do.
think
I'm getting
whoever
older.
wins this, when they see it in person, they're like, oh, what?
My money back.
Yeah, I should have done something with the face. The face looks a little unrendered now compared to like it looks like the face is painted white. You know what I mean?
It looks a little clownish in that
Well,
Yeah,
way.
I mean,
right.
it's hard to do. Like
Yeah.
to really activate it with all that shine stuff. Like, how do you even put the reflection and the hard things inside there?
You could do light coating. You could also use do you have
Uh,
any white paint? The like white little to add
oh,
more
Oh yeah,
shiny.
do this super shiny sparkle thing that tell you
Yeah.
what material it is and stuff.
yeah. I'm gonna do a little splatter.
Well, then
So,
those light things will go all over the place. Then, but you ever see like on TikTok when people are doing portraits and they're done, and then the last thing they do is get the pure white and they put little pinpoints on certain places, like on the lip and the eye and the tip of the nose, and then on forehead,
yep.
and then all of a sudden it's like magic, like 3 or 4 dots.
It's called highlight, Sean. It's
Mhm.
girls highlight their face. It's shiny. True though. So it's a makeup technique too.
Yeah, it's weird on makeup when you actually draw the highlights on your face. It does change your face shape.
That's what makeup does.
What's chat talking about?
Kevin P. West
Yeah,
says, "Laura,
who's gonna
didn't I
win?
just win?"
Huh?
Who's gonna win?
And whether Agnes should be allowed to end this.
Yeah. Jimbo says nobody can win within a 3-month period. I feel like in that
Um,
in that amount of time, I'd probably end up being the last one that's might be able to win.
well, yeah, we used to have a thing where if you won, then
Yeah,
you had to sit out for a while.
Oh,
those are the days of the wheel. I think
Yeah,
you weren't here with that dreaded wheel.
I think
yeah.
I've seen a video of the wheel before.
I found the wheel. Look at this.
You found it?
Yeah, I still have the wheel.
Oh yeah, look at those names.
And you're like, I think I remember you calling out people and like, they'd come on and then, maybe not be on that
Right, you
time in the stream.
would spin the wheel, and then we'd spend like maybe 15 minutes trying to read the name inside there.
Right,
You
because
like
those
zooming in.
names are so small. Yeah, you have to zoom in. And then
Oh,
if they weren't here,
yeah.
you had to be here to win. So,
Yeah.
okay, how should we do this? Sean, you wanna text me a number, Sean? Wow, those boobs are really pronounced.
Oh, is there a range for the name of the number?
Uh, what year is this story taking place?
2050.
How about between 1 and 25,000?
Oh, jeez.
We broke 25,000 on stream.
Oh,
So
okay.
give me a number between 1 and 25,000.
Oh.
$5,000. Ah, shit. I was thinking 2,500. That's cool. Why don't you make it 2,500?
2,500? Oh,
Wait, what year is this? It's
No,
2000.
just a number between 1 and 25,000.
okay. Let me give you a different number.
Okay.
25,000 is a lot.
Yeah.
I think everybody thought it was 2,500.
Is it 2,500 or 25,000?
We're having
Everyone's putting in many digits. So 25,000.
Text me already, Sean?
Yeah.
25,000. It's gonna be 25,000.
Yeah, that's such a difficult number. How are we going to even figure out who's closest?
Please.
Can I change? Can we change our number that we already picked?
Go ahead. You want to
You
change?
can. You
Oh, okay,
can.
You
okay.
can change.
I need okay.
Yeah, I think there's some confusion there.
I mean, if it was Jerry, it'd still be 69 or 3.
Mm, mm.
All right, let me go in with a little white.
So Bernard, before you go on K-pop show, just boil a potato and just
Yeah,
eat the whole thing like maybe in 2 hours before.
2 hours. Okay,
Yeah. Well, depending on how fast.
the metabolism works.
Yeah. The hardest part is eating a boiled potato, an entire boiled potato.
Is that supposed to give you gas?
Yeah, I think
The
that's
only
the
thing
number
that
one thing.
the only thing that gives me gas is like dried fruit, like dried
Oh.
apricot, and I have to like eat a lot of them. But that's like the only thing.
All right, I'm making a mental note right now.
I will not. I will not eat it. But like I used to in college, I would eat it for like a snack, and I was like, oh, it hurts my tummy. Like that. And I realized really quickly that I probably shouldn't. I think it's like the combination of the sugar and fermentation and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe you should try it, Bernard.
What was that?
Well,
Apricot?
you said ice cream does it for you, right?
Dried
Well,
apricot.
because I'm lactose intolerant. Yeah, so.
And Taco Bell, Kevin B. West at Taco Bell. We want a fart, not like a full-on.
Yeah, not diarrhea.
Nothing
Come on.
visual.
I gotta stay on stream.
You still got those diapers, don't you?
Oh yeah, I still have
Now,
one diaper from Japan.
Only one?
Well, yeah, I threw away a bunch.
all right,
Hmm.
and you will have none on Saturday.
Well, at least we know where there's a good bathroom, but it's a little bit of a ways away. It's a little bit of a trek from Artist Alley.
Oh yeah, that bathroom. That was a whole comedy show when you did that.
Pour a little water in this Pro White. Okay.
My boyfriend tried to FaceTime me.
Bye.
Then he realized that I was still on stream, and then he just texted me like, talking about poop again. I see. So
Oh yeah, I still gotta send out his drawing.
that's
Go.
all we talk about.
Oh, man, he just pooped on my hand. Look at that. Caught it on
Damn.
my hand.
Oh
Do a
wow.
little splatter action.
Oh, that's
Oh.
nasty. So what does this white splatter do?
It's an explosion.
Okay, I should have asked.
It's like sparkles. Oh, look at it. That's a little
Just kind of.
atmosphere.
Oh, I know what it is now. I know what it is now.
All right. There we go. It's like sparkle.
Sparkle. Okay. That's the excuse I
It's
used.
dancing. Look at this poop. This is good poop. This is very solid green.
You can make this drawing like a what do they call it? The Cleveland steamer.
It is kind of like a Cleveland. You know, Butthead almost pooped on the drawing.
Yes, your bird gave you a Cleveland steamer.
Go back in with the little white. Little white.
So you can kind of just jump to a whole new style of drawing without difficulty.
Well, it's not much different, is it? A little hit on the nose, hit on the lip, right here on the chin.
There's a
The
bunch of people
practical.
they're resending their numbers now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'll pass.
No, they aren't. Maybe via air.
By air doesn't want
Ew.
it?
He said ew, but I don't know if he said ew to the bird poop or
Yes.
the splatter.
So Jerry's staying with you in New York?
I'm staying with Jerry.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Probably. Although I might need to hang out at your place during the day, that first day, a little bit, because he has to work.
Okay, no problem.
I get in like afternoon,
Okay, I'll come
around
pick
noon.
you up. And we should
All right.
coordinate with Tommy. Maybe we'll get Tommy too.
We'll get. Oh, he's coming. You picking him up too?
I don't know. I'm gonna ask him whether he needs a lift.
I'm flying in JFK, LaGuardia. Sorry.
That's close.
Yeah. This time I'm trying flying in. I'm gonna try flying in LaGuardia. See how that is. It's not a direct flight, but even JFK I don't fly direct anyway, so get those miles. All right. What number did you text me?
Well, I don't remember. Yeah, I can't. It's on my phone, but I'm using my phone to stream.
10,200.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
4 digits.
10,200.
Jeremy Joe got 10,302.
Oh, that might be it.
Ooh,
Oh,
that might be it. Is
10,200.
that the closest?
There's 10,000 from Golf Boy Sunday.
Oh, now we gotta do math.
10,200. Yeah, now we gotta do math. What's the math on that?
It's Jeremy Joe, because he's
Jeremy Joe?
off by 100 and yeah.
Is Jeremy
Yeah.
Joe going to be in New York at New York Comic Con? Because then I don't have to mail it.
I don't know. Is he not here? Do you have to? Is there something?
Yeah, he's here.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so he's gonna be at New York.
Okay.
Yeah, I see.
You want to pick it up there?
Yeah, of course.
So everyone's going to New York? What's this?
Yeah.
Except you. You darken
You
the
can
eyes.
still come. I mean, it's just like a week away. And then look, Bernard's not staying here, so you know.
You can stay, Sean.
I need to find a very cheap, possibly free flight. I'm gonna take the train. I'm gonna take the bus to New York. It's gonna.
Oh my God! You better start tomorrow.
Gonna take Greyhounds all the way to New York. Definitely.
Just by darkening the eyes, get a little bit of a different.
Yeah, this is
It
really
looks
cool.
very vintage now, doesn't it? Maybe it's like the kind of warmer,
sepia.
cool colors. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Like if I had to do a whole different style of or different material of drawing, I would have to go like take a deep dive into different photo reference to see how it's done.
Oh man, just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
You
Just,
know,
yeah,
what's
very Metropolis-esque.
dark,
Yeah.
dark, deep end of the pool?
Yeah, so this became a painting.
Damn it.
Wow.
Damn it, Jeremy Joe.
Yes.
If I get to New York, I'm gonna jump you. I'm gonna fight.
Ooh.
I'm just kidding. I'm very weak. I wouldn't ever be. I would lose immediately. Then get kicked
Alright,
out.
well,
I wouldn't be good.
who should we raid? Let's raid somebody. Who should we raid? Anybody got
I don't
suggestions
see
on who to
anyone.
raid? The simple man want to jump on? We can. Somebody want to jump on? What was that?
Sean, what
Courtney
the?
burped. It wasn't me. It's one of Courtney's famous epic burps.
Yeah, I think darkening the lines helps.
Yeah, when
At
you
least in
put
certain
wash over
pictures.
something, you can lose a lot of the line work. So then you can bring it back in over the wash.
So we're gonna have to rename the stream "Drawing with Spoons." What should we draw next week with spoons?
Mm,
The
so,
male counterpart, probably.
Courtney in yoga pants.
Yeah.
Oh, yoga pants.
All right, let's get out of here. Who are we rating? Any suggestions? Babe Ross, Amarath,
Sharp
Amaranth.
balloons.
Sharpie Baloo. What?
Someone named Sharp Balloons.
Someone named Sharp Balloons.
Come up with an artist
Congrats.
name. Can you guys come up with an artist name?
Make sure you hit that follow or sub on YouTube and Twitch. Let's get that YouTube number up.
Check out the campaign after this. Join the party. You can
Check out
see
the Kickstarter.
Evermind. Me and
Evermind.
Daniel Wu.
Danny Wu.
Is
Daniel
Danny
was
Wu
such a
going to
cool
be in
guy.
New York?
No, he couldn't make it. I don't think so. It might still happen, but I don't know. I don't think so.
It's best to replace him with a white girl with blonde hair. That's what Hollywood does. I'll fill in.
Yeah, people don't really know him too well, right? So you can just show up.
I gotta practice his voice because he has a very strong voice.
It's great to
that
have him
video,
as
it
the
was
voiceover.
legit. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was.
he's an actor for sure. I'm glad I didn't have to make that freaking video.
I kind of want to see you do one too, just side by
Who am I
side.
rating?
Oh,
Action Hank Beard. What was the Sharpie? What?
Sharp.
Sharp balloons.
Sharp Balloons
Sharp.
makes balloons animal stuff, and Babe Ross is a funny artist. Babe Ross sounds familiar.
Babe Ross.
Oh wait, Simple Man just went live.
Oh, let's do Simple Man.
Yeah.
Make sure you get Simple Man a follow. Jean Grey #2 on shops. Evermind. Kickstarter. One more week. Oh wait. Bonus.
Tonight.
Bonus.
Bonus.
Oh,
Did you hear that?
I didn't hear it. I think you're gonna get up and put your butt closer.
you'll
I
do
gotta
it on
get up and
K-pop
wipe
stream,
my
right?
butt.
Yeah.
Huh?
Remember, Friday evening, just eat an entire boiled potato, and
it's
then
3
jump
o'clock
on
my
stream
time.
card. Yeah, 3 o'clock. Yeah.
3 o'clock
Okay.
Pacific
And then
Standard.
everyone show up for
Yeah.
that just to see whether you can make it happen.
Okay. All right. Let's raid Simple Man. Happy holidays, everybody. See
Happy
you in
holiday.
New
Oh,
York.
Jerry's still there. So see you next week, Jerry.
Did we raid?
Yes, I
Yep,
think so.
Here
Yeah.
it is.
Oh, he's drawing
rated?
his version.
Oh wow, look at that. What an honor.
Yeah.
That's who knew? Jesus Christ, look at that. Like the level of fandom here is fantastic.